Welcome to the VitaLife Show. I'm Dr. Janine Bowring, and in this episode, I'm talking about my top 5 tips on how to stop tinnitus naturally. So tinnitus being ringing in the ears. How do we stop this? Well, first of all, let's talk about the cause. So the cause often, most times, is because of a loud noise. And what that loud noise does is it damages those little hairs that are actually inside the ears, and they are never really replaced once they are damaged. So what happens is that the brain then becomes hyperactive and tries to sort of compensate for that loud sound, and that's called neural synchrony. So how do we treat this? Well, tip number 1 is actually ear candling. So ear candling helps to balance out what's going on in the ear. I have found it very effective over the years with my patients with chronic tinnitus or that ringing in the ears. So just find someone reputable who knows what they're doing, and it does it in a safe way in terms of that ear candling. Tip number 2 is anti-inflammatory effects. So taking in fish oils, natural omega-3s or natural anti-inflammatories for the body really helps with stopping that ringing in the ears, because there's a part of an inflammation process that's happening in the inner ear. So take your fish oils every day. Tip number 3, vinpocetine. Now, vinpocetine is from a plant. It's an herbal medicine from periwinkle. It's a beautiful flower. And studies have shown, actually back in 2008, a study was done on using vinpocetine for chronic ringing in the ears. And they found very, very promising results with using this herbal medicine. So it actually happens to be in one of our products, the Memory and Brain Booster. So I've actually used that with my patients over the years in terms of helping with that ringing in the ears or that chronic tinnitus. Number 4 is craniosacral therapy. So this is one of the things that I used to do a lot of with my patients, and that's a hands-on approach. So there's lots of other videos about craniosacral therapy, so check it out here on YouTube. But using cranio to help to balance that inner ear and actually move the cranial bones so that they're in their proper functioning is really helpful for that chronic ringing in the ears. And tip number 5 is adrenal gland insufficiency. So making sure that the body is not in that stress response all the time. So it's called sympathetic overdrive. We want to make sure that we're treating the adrenals to make sure, that the system and the nervous system is nice and balanced, so that that really does have an impact on that chronic tinnitus, because not everybody who's exposed to loud noises gets that chronic problem with ringing in the ears. So stress is a huge component, and actually can exacerbate the condition and that ringing in times of stress. So make sure that you're handling your stress and get your adrenals and in proper functioning order. So thanks for joining me today. If you're at all interested in products, go to Vitatree.com. You can also call our experts at Vitatree to ask your health questions that you may have. If you've got questions, please leave them below for me. I'd love to hear from you. And subscribe to our channel if you're new to the VitaLife Show. Thanks for watching today and staying tuned right to the end of the video. We would love for you to subscribe so you get our newest and latest uploads at all times here on the VitaLife Show. Thanks for joining me today.